open this thing up for Q&A. So feel free, anyone, please ask questions to Syamala, and we'll try to hear a perspective on the questions.
Rajesh, I wanted to say, please feel free to ask questions. We have Alpana and Rajesh, who will answer your questions.
VP here. Fantastic presentation, and especially the Karma Yoga slide. I thought I'm probably going to take that and pin it up for my kids. It's that good. My question is, you were talking about how do you spiritualize daily life, and you were talking about shoveling the snow. So how do you deal with that? How do you think about, what do you do basically to spiritualize it?
I can see some of the girls laughing because we did talk about it. It's more of, we spoke about it as if we did not get an answer to it, right? And I'm looking for really more responses on this. The way I am doing it is, and when you're really doing it, and I don't shovel the snow, right? Let me talk about the chores that I do in the kitchen, right? There is an expectation of what is coming out at the end of the whole exercise. And if you stop expecting something from yourself in that activity that you are doing, and more enjoy it, right? Yeah, this is what I'm doing because I love to do, and I am, I'm going through this pain. I was cleaning the garage yesterday. I will tell you that was the most painful experience, especially with a lot of cold weather. So I was frustrated with my kids and my husband, who are very happy saying it's cold, sipping on coffee, sitting in front of the TV. I said, why am I the one who is sitting there? So there were a couple of minutes of that victimization that happened, right? Why is that I have to do it? But very quick is that, no, because I want to do it. I want this to be clean. It's not a project that I kind of put for everybody else. So if I want to do it, I do it, or wait for them to be ready so that they all come and help me. And so that lesser expectation from other people, lesser expectation on the outcome, and take it as yours and your own duty. This is how I am telling myself. I reduce the frustrations and start to enjoy that activity. That's I don't know whether that's a most spiritual response, but that is neutralizing a lot of my I would say my own reactions and making me enjoy.
Wonderful.
Syamala, here's one more towards keeping things clean, right? Shaucham is one of the qualities, one of the values that Somaji talks about, right? And it's also in the Gita. Shaucham means cleanliness. So, and even in, it's one of the niyamas in Yoga Sutras as well. So the way they say this, and this helped me, I'm a clean freak myself. I keep cleaning all the time. So it helped me then put this into perspective, which is that if eventually we want to clean, we want to keep our mind clean, right? And how can you do that when you cannot even keep things around you clean? So it starts there. Yet another way of also thinking about it is, it helps us move from, it helps remove the tamoguna in us, right? And gets us working, right? Because, and this struck with me. It's anything, even if you just keep a room, if you don't open the room at all for many days, right? And a few months and you come back, it is dirty at that point, even if nothing is done. So to maintain anything, even just to maintain, there is a lot of work that needs to go in to keep things at the same level. So in other words, there's a lot of effort that's needed to keep things in that way. So it moves us from tamoguna into rajoguna at least, and then from there we can move on to the higher levels. So just thought I'll add it here.
Again, Saucham, right? I also felt that leaving it there and not doing it is also occupying my mind constantly.
That's the point. That's precisely the point, because it takes away some more things out of the mind. Those, it removes, if not conflicts, it removes those thoughts that are coming in because of that, right? Those things that keep binding you to that gets removed. So you're now free to do your work in a more, in more engaged way. That's precisely the point.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, Syamala, that was a really fantastic presentation. Loved the flow and the way you kept the slides less busy. I was a little concerned when you got to a slide of values of life, and I was, oh man, you're going to spend quite a while on this. But then you beautifully highlighted the important ones and the key ones, and everything else. If I read around it, were connected to that, and they're basically supporting that. For example, detachment. You need steadfastness and all that to kind of be able to sustain detachment. So very beautifully put. I don't have any questions, but that was really well done. One thing, Rajesh, I have a hard stop today in half an hour from now, so I may not be able to sit through the next presentation. Sorry about that, guys. Yep.
Thanks, Arun. I do realize, actually, I wasn't looking at the time. I do realize I've taken much longer. So apologies for that. I think that it's taken an hour.
We'll breeze through some more questions if anybody else has any questions, and then hand over the forum to Manu.
Syamala, excellent presentation there. Okay, I just want to know, in one of the slides you mentioned you want to, there's a neutralizing of likes and dislikes. How do you do that?
I've started to do it. The techniques of neutralizing are there in Karma Yoga, of the attitude of what do I say, that the Iswararpana Buddhi and Prasada Buddhi will neutralize your reactions to the result, and then they kind of feed into what you're liking and what you're disliking. Goes back to Kishore's slide, Mahesh. Right? More and more you start to like the result that you're getting back, your mind is getting used to or neutralizing that strong like or a dislike. How you're receiving the experiences is how you're preparing your mind to neutralize those that are going to come in the future. So the fact that there is nothing right or wrong, there is no it doesn't need to be a like or a dislike. I don't know why I get into those strong likes and dislikes and biases. I start to control now the reactions around it, right? And then slowly I start to neutralize the like itself. I didn't like it, that's okay, but I don't need to react this way. And then my mind knows that the reactions are okay, so next time there is no reason to be strongly averse to it when it comes back. So I guess it's becoming that loop of engaging and how we are receiving and how I'm working on the sanskaras as I am moderating my reactions to the results.
Like it's like thawing the ice a little bit, like the snow in Dallas today. One last question, if anybody has, and then we can switch to Manu. All right. So
thank
you so much, everybody.